Well, hello Internet, and welcome to my tutorial on how to detect if somebody is lying to you based off of both body language analysis as well as verbal analysis. All of this information comes from countless numbers of psychology texts, hypnotherapy discoveries, public law enforcement training manuals, and countless other books. Chances are, if there has ever been printed a body language or verbal analysis book, I have read it, and all of the information is congealed down into this one presentation. By the end, you'll learn how to see signs of deception in body language. You'll learn to hear signs of deception through verbal analysis, and you'll also learn a few stealth techniques you can use to find out the truth without the person knowing that you are questioning. One thing that I find extremely helpful when I'm first meeting somebody, especially a stranger, is whether they are on my side. Well, whenever you are first meeting this person, if they twist your palm up towards the ceiling or crush it, as I demonstrate here on the screen, you know that they see you as an inferior, someone that they feel they can manipulate. However, if they offer their palm to you, that means they see you as a superior and someone that they will not try to pull tricks on. If they shake your hand in an up and down manner in an equal way, as I demonstrate here, they see you as an equal. So that's just a real quick tip to find out who you're dealing with and how they see you. There are many other hand gestures that show that a person is either in distress or dishonest. Research has shown most of these gestures are caused because of natural chemical reactions in the body. Other people believe that children are taught to cover their mouth when they lie when they are small. And then hence, adults try to hide this instinct by reaching and touching their nose or rubbing their eyes or touching their neck or ears whenever they incidentally find that their hand is moving towards their mouth. Again, this is taught to children because whenever they say something they shouldn't, the parent holds their finger to the lip and goes, shh. That's what I'm talking about there. Often, as you can see here as I demonstrate, when a person is lying or has lied, they will reach up and incidentally touch their nose. In fact, Bill Clinton famously touched his nose 88 times during questioning in regards to the Monica Lewinsky testimony. There are numerous other different ways to detect a liar based off of just hand and arm movements. I covered some of these in my previous body language tutorial, which you can see a link here for. Hands clenched are often a definite sign of dishonesty or definitely distrust. Hands on hips actually normally mean honesty. And normally, if someone reacts in anger whenever you question them or doubt that they are telling you the truth, chances are they are in fact telling you the truth. Picking imaginary lint also is a definite sign of dishonesty, distress, or disagreement. Arms crossed most definitely is a sign of dishonesty, distress, or disagreement. Hands in pockets, again, dishonesty, distress, or disagreement. However, palm displays are almost always a definite sign that a person is being honest. However, if you notice they are constantly displaying their palms, chances are they are a very good liar. They are aware of the fact that palm displays normally signal honesty, and in fact, you should not believe the person you are talking with. Women often will use what is called a purse wall in front of them whenever they feel distress or they feel that they're trying to conceal information. As well, all people will use what is called the invisible coffee wall or the invisible drink wall by placing the drink opposite of the hand in which they're drinking, as I demonstrate here, whenever they are under distress or are being dishonest. Rubbing of the neck, again, is a definite sign of dishonesty or distress. And when the hand is just lightly touching the chin, this is a true sign of honesty and interest. I talked previously about how eyes move in a certain direction when a person is asked a question. What I'm demonstrating here are how the eyes will actually be looking at you when you are talking to somebody. To make this very, very simple, if you ask somebody a question and they look in this direction to the left, chances are they are making up a story or lying. If they look in any other direction, chances are they are telling you the truth. If you want more information in regards to how the eyes move when questioned, see the previous gestures and body language tutorial. This is in fact true for 85% of people, and most people are in agreement that the only difference that lies is in complete flip-flop whenever a person is left-handed versus right-handed. What you see here is a demonstration of how eyes move when a person is right-handed. A couple other things that are of interest in regards to what people do with their eyes. The first person that looks away whenever they first meet with somebody or they are talking to somebody is the most submissive and the person that is more than likely either under distress or trying to hide something. And very good liars maintain uncomfortable eye contact well over 50% of the time. How they're able to maintain this solid eye contact is they're in fact not looking at your eyes, but instead looking in the between your eyes at your forehead, so that it just seems as if they are maintaining a lot of strong eye contact, which is considered truthful. Another thing that is common is whenever a person is lying, their blink rate will dramatically increase. What I'm demonstrating here is what is considered normal blink rate, in which a person blinks their eyes once every 5 seconds. Instead, as you can see here, this is more what a blink rate would look like whenever a person is lying, meaning that they are blinking once every 2 to 3 seconds. So that is the difference. Want to see again normal blink rate? And then not normal blink rate. Also, whenever a person is going through long periods of lying, they will start to act very oddly. Lying is very, very hard on a person. And as you can see here, I am having trouble swallowing because I have a dry mouth. And at worst, whenever a person is trying not to give away any signals, they will start to act very mechanical. As you can see here, I am demonstrating how a person would very mechanically pick up a drink, which is something that they would normally do very, very easily. But I'm straining to first find the drink, and then I'm moving my arms over very, very mechanically. This is what someone would do under distress or in a period of severe dishonesty. Jiggling of the feet is also a great sign of distress and dishonesty. People have a very hard time controlling their leg movements unless they pay direct attention to them. And it has been proven that feet will often point towards that which they want. So in this situation, if a door was to the left of the person sitting here, you would know that they want to leave the room, that they feel uncomfortable and pressured and don't want to give in on their lie. Another sign in body language that a person is lying is that their face will flush. Quite severely, you will notice that their face gets much redder whenever they are lying or in general distress. And the basic rule for all body language analysis is to always pay attention when people seem to be giving mixed signals. If a person's physical gestures do not match their words, trust the body language to help detect if someone's lying to you. Now I'll go over the fact that it is very, very hard for a person to lie. The fact is that most people almost never lie. Why is that? Because it puts a lot of stress on us. Remember the excessive yawning, swallowing, mechanical movements I described just a few seconds ago? People will in fact go out of their way to avoid lying. And they do so by avoiding the questions that you pose. They will tell you what they saw or what they did, but never anything incriminating. Remember, I wouldn't do that is not the same as I didn't do that. When you ask a question, make sure the person answers it. Also make sure your questions are very direct, because people find it very hard to lie to direct questions. Here I display an interview given by Timothy McVeigh, who was behind the Oklahoma City bombings. Whenever the Newsweek reporter asked him, this is the question that everybody wants to know: did you do it? McVeigh answered, the only way we can really answer that is that we are going to plead not guilty. The Newsweek reporter further pressed on and asked, but you've got a chance right now to say hell no. Timothy McVeigh said, we can't do that. There are numerous other examples of people who have been found guilty of a crime yet couldn't claim their innocence when posed with a direct question. I want to reiterate that. People given the choice of time behind jail or death couldn't lie. People find it very hard to lie. Another great way to tell that a story has gone from truth to lies is to inspect pronoun changes. When a person wants to distance themselves from something, they will start using pronouns that distance them. For example, they may refer to my car when they want to take ownership of the car, however, while referring to it as the car when they want to distance themselves from it. Susan Smith did that exactly. When describing her happy travels with her children, she referred to my car. However, when she described leaving the vehicle and seeing it submerge with her 2 boys inside, she referred to it as the car. See, the difference was my, taking ownership, and then the, relinquishing ownership. Remember when I said you have to make sure a person answers the exact question asked? By manipulating verb tenses, most people can get away with lying. If you asked, have you ever used illegal drugs, and someone answers, I don't use illegal drugs, did they answer the question? No, they didn't. They simply stated that they currently are not using drugs. They may have used them in the past. They may have used them last week. It kind of depends on their definition of don't use, not the answer to your question. Please pay much attention to verb tenses. cases. Often in a missing persons case, in fact, the interviewee that refers to the missing person in the past tense first is often a suspect. Another way to detect lying is the fact that we all have an internal dictionary. We each pull words from that dictionary to describe events. We tend to use the same words unless we are under stress or being deceptive. If we refer to our car as a car, we usually will refer to it as a car. It is unnatural for a person to refer to it as a car and then an automobile, then a vehicle, then a Toyota in the same story. If you question someone and they start using words from your own internal dictionary, meaning they start using your words in their answers, they are probably lying. You can see here, whenever Jim Lehrer asked Bill Clinton, "You had no sexual relationship with this young woman," he answered, "There is no sexual relationship," see, borrowing from internal dictionary, "that is accurate." You can see here in this one question and answer, he didn't answer the question, he changed the verb tense, and then he borrowed from Lehrer's internal dictionary. Chances are he was lying. Also understand that order in a list is very important. Parents who are asked to name their children usually name them in the order of birth. Timelines and superiority play a major role in lists. If they break this rule, you will see favoritism there. If a boss is asked to name his employees, he will almost always name his favorite employees first and his least favorite employees last. Remember, superiority plays a role in a list. Also, you can detect lying whenever a person mismatches a common phrase. When O.J. Simpson referred to his wife having downs and ups instead of the more common ups and downs, police noted that fact. If someone, of course, answers your question with a question, deception, of course, can be found there. If a parent asks a child, "Did you take the cookies?" and the child responds, "Did I take the cookie?" No. There you will notice a lie. Or if they would say, "Could you repeat that?" what they're doing is they're trying to get themselves a little bit more time to try to figure out what to say when they are pressed. Or if they say, "What did you say?" again, they're trying to give them more time so they can build up a lie. You can definitely be aware that a lie is definitely going to be coming. And then it comes to one of the lesser known ways of detecting that somebody is lying. The best way I have found to detect lies from the best liars is to look for unnecessary words. If a person starts a sentence with, "I'll try," that is equal to, "No, I more than likely will not do that." If they say something like "the truth is," or "truthfully," or "to be honest," chances are they have previously been lying to you. Otherwise, why would they say, "Now I'm going to be truthful," which is in essence what those words mean. Again, maybe I'll be able to do that. Again, you can expect that to be a lie. To tell the truth, again, you know that they previously hadn't been telling you the truth and actually falls in line with that. Better yet, if someone gives you an answer followed by "really," you probably just heard a lie. So if they say, "Oh, it's okay that you forgot to feed my dog for the past 2 days," really, chances are what they just said to you is a lie. And here's a couple stealth little tricks to figure out if somebody's lying. You can sort of manipulate these based off of your situation. For example, if you think someone's spreading rumors about you, approach that person and say, "It's come to my attention that someone is spreading rumors. Can you alert me if you hear anything?" If they become defensive or change the subject, they are the one spreading the rumor or doing whatever you're trying to figure out if they are doing or not. The reason why is, by asking this question, you are not accusing them. In actuality, you would never pose this question naturally to a person that you thought was not spreading rumors. You are actually trusting them, saying, "Look out for somebody spreading rumors." Again, if they go on the defensive, they are the person that is spreading the rumor. If, however, they agree to help you, they are more than likely not. And if you want to find out if a person truly was where they said they were, ask them if they hit a lot of traffic because of the water line break or a bad accident or whatever. If they answer in the affirmative, again, very quickly, you know that the person's lying. Another thing that's kind of neat, and this sort of goes back to the handshake test, research has shown that it's easy to find out if someone could be inclined to do bad things. Just ask them the right question phrased properly. When you ask a person a rhetorical question like I have here on the screen, they will usually use themselves as an example. They won't even notice that you asked them some pretty private information. And I would bet if they answer all of the above positively that they are likely to take advantage of their spouse, steal from the workplace, and hurt others to get ahead. So just to review, verbal analysis wise, if you're trying to figure out if somebody's lying to you, check, did they answer the question? Examine the pronouns. Did they use unnecessary words? Did they change verb tenses? Did they answer the question with a question? Or did they borrow from your internal dictionary? What you have to understand is whenever a person's being questioned in an uncomfortable situation, they will do everything they can to not give away body language signals. They will try to sit on their hands as I demonstrate here. So if you want to force them to be honest, force them to stop sitting on their hands. Force them to show palms, or you can often make a person more honest by displaying your palms to them. Maintain strong eye contact. It's very hard to lie whenever strong eye contact is being maintained. Don't allow them to use the verbal tricks that I previously talked about. Also, don't allow them to cross their legs or cross their arms if at all possible. And finally, if they don't answer the question, ask it again. Leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. Otherwise, till next time.